Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher, and I'm here to wish you a happy Black Lives Matter at School week. I cannot wait to see how you all grow and learn through this amazing week at school. Oh my, this is such an amazing thing that we get to do together. It's gonna make all of us stronger and even better change makers and more empowered and inspired. We are gonna take part in making the world a better, kinder, and fairer place, and more inclusive and less racist. For Black Lives Matter at School Week, I drew inspiration from a lot of different things, including our lovely Black is a Rainbow Colored book, and some of my other civil rights history inspiration, and contemporary Black Lives Matter activism to come up with a project inspired by the artist Lorraine O'Grady. So Lorraine O'Grady is an African-American artist who uses a lot of photography among other artistic mediums to create her artwork. And one project that I think really is related to our work in Black Lives Matter at School Week is her project Art Is. For her Art Is project, she set up a photo shoot in a parade in New York City's Harlem neighborhood. That's the historically Black neighborhood of New York. She directed the performers holding the gold frames to say, "Make me art," and made these amazing images that are framing everyday life within Harlem at this really special, amazing parade that made lots of people really happy and took over the city with Black pride. And the frames, they look familiar, huh? The frames remind me a lot of frames that wrap around artwork in Boston's Museum of Fine Arts. When you wrap something in a gold, ornate, special frame, you're kind of saying this is important, special, and powerful, and it's a work of art. And that's what Lorraine O'Grady did with her Art Is photography series. She put frames up to things that she felt were important and works of art. But they weren't kings and queens or presidents in history. They were everyday moments of celebrating African American pride within her city. And we're gonna get inspired by that to create our own frame for Black Lives Matter at School Week. Everyone at school is an activist. An activist is someone who stands up for what's right, who uses their voice and to use their privilege and their perspectives to make the world a kinder and fairer place. Sometimes people do that by creating speeches like Dr. Martin Luther King, or by singing songs, or by making art. For example, I brought this sign to a protest for Black Lives Matter over the summer, and I saw all kinds of art at the protest. I saw painted signs like the one I made. I heard amazing music that was getting people pumped up and inspired and feeling brave and powerful. I noticed people dancing. I heard people playing drums. And I saw people that were using their artistic writing skills or creative writing skills to write amazing speeches and songs. The arts, whether it be performing arts like theater and music, or visual arts like painting and drawing and fashion and photography, or creative writing, are all essential tools and ingredients in protest and in activism. Step one. First, we're going to create a a frame. A frame is kind of like a rectangle, right? And for that, we need some scissors, maybe the help of a grown-up, some glue or tape, and either some cardboard, like some recycled cardboard boxes, or some paper. This project is all about resourcefulness, so I'm going to use what I have, you're going to use what you have. Also, ask a grown-up to help you if you're a little unsure about your scissors skills. This might even be an amazing project to do together with your family. If you have just a piece of paper, you can make an amazing frame with this. Here's how. Fold it in half, the long and skinny way. Now that it's folded, you have the open mouth side and the folded side. On the open mouth side, you're gonna draw a frame around the edges with your pencil. This is our cut line, as I like to call it. Now I'm gonna cut out this square in the middle with my scissors, and I am sitting down with a calm, safe body, using my scissors very safely and carefully. Ta-da! Here's a frame out of paper. Nice, basic, snappy. You can do this with white paper or colorful paper. It's a little flippy and floppy, so if you have nice thick paper, that might be kind of handy. Maybe reinforce it with some craft sticks. Use what you got. You're resourceful, you can do this. Now that we have our frame built, whether that be out of paper or cardboard or whatever you got, now we're gonna decorate it. We are gonna decorate it with things that remind us of the values and the ideas of the Black Lives Matter movement and what we're learning about this week in Black Lives Matter at school. So it can be something we learned from black as a rainbow color. It can be music lyrics or songs and quotes that remind us of what Black Lives Matter at School Week is all about. And so we're going to decorate it, and you can choose. You can also borrow the idea of Lorraine O'Grady and get inspiration from that. She used gold and shiny, regal, royal colors. So maybe you've got some gold paint, some glitter, some tinfoil, some colorful, sparkly collage paper. This is definitely from the recycling bin. We're making this frame celebratory and special, a celebration of Black Lives Matter at School Week. Put your own spin on it. This is a chance for you to use your creative vision and your ideas and your resourcefulness. You can put writing on it too. You can write it. We're going to decorate it and cover it with all these wonderful, amazing ideas around Black Lives Matter at School Week. Use any tools you got. You can use markers and crayons and pencils if you want. You can use glue and scissor and collage, or you could even use paint. But if you're going to use paint, remember, protect your clothes using an apron, wear old clothes, and work very carefully. Next, I'm going to think about what elements of Black Lives Matter at School Week am I going to incorporate into this picture frame. Ta-da! Here's my Black Lives Matter frame made entirely out of paper and crayons and some gift wrap. I included some writing and some word art. And on this side, I added some triangles. This was inspired by one of my favorite artists who's very committed to the Black Lives Movement, Faith Ringwald, and the tradition of African-American story quilts. So I was thinking a little bit about history and rooting in the past and traditions. And then I put the trans pride flag and the rainbow pride flag and Black Lives Matter, because one value of the Black Lives Matter movement is being inclusive of queer and trans people. And some of the leaders of the gay rights movement were also civil rights activists like Marsha P. Johnson. So I want to recognize that and the fact that people's identities intersect and overlap. Also, rainbow flag. Black is a rainbow color. Of course I had to include my rainbow flag. I also included some word art and some writing. It says Black art, Black kids, Black joy, Black hope, and Black lives matter. So that's my Lorraine O'Grady frame. Okay, so now that we've made our frame, we gotta take it out for a spin Lorraine O'Grady style. We gotta look around our communities, whether that's our home, our neighborhood, our books, and find pieces of Black Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter at School ideas in our own lives. The last step of this project is to use your frame, take some pictures or maybe even some video, and wrap it around and frame elements of your life that are related to the Black Lives Matter movement. Bye. Have fun making art. Black lives matter. Black students matter. Black communities matter. And I cannot wait for you guys, my elementary kids at Lee Academy, to take over the world and bring this value of Black Lives Matter at School Week with you. Bye. Have fun making art.